Welcome back to our deep dive series. Today we're tackling something crucial, unlocking the full potential of your PAM solution. Now, PAM, Privileged Access Management, it's basically the gatekeeper for your most powerful accounts. Super important.
Absolutely critical.
And our mission today, drawing from this document, maximizing the use of PM.pdf, is really to show you that just having PAM, well, it isn't quite enough.
No, not at all.
Getting the maximum value, that's where the real cybersecurity muscle is, right?
Exactly. You've got to think of PAM less like a tool you just, set and forget, and more like a dynamic system.
Okay.
To really get the most out of it, you need a solid strategy for putting it in place. And this is key, constantly improving it.
Right.
It's about building this really robust security posture, not just ticking off a compliance box.
Gotcha. So our source material, it lays out a kind of roadmap, 9 steps actually. Let's start at the beginning, the foundation. First up is a comprehensive assessment. This means, really looking hard at your current PAM setup versus what you want it to achieve. Finding features you might not be using, maybe session recording or those advanced analytics tools.
Yeah, things often left on the shelf.
And of course, checking if you're square with regulations like GDPR, CIP, or PCI DSS for payment stuff.
And this initial look, this assessment, it's so critical because it forces you to be honest.
Right.
It's about knowing exactly what you have, what gaps exist, maybe where your blind spots are. If you don't have that clear picture, everything else you try to build is, it's going to be a bit shaky. It's like step 0, really.
Yeah.
Know thyself.
Okay, step 0, I like that. And right after that comes implementing least privilege principles.
The classic.
Yeah, but it's more than just limiting access, isn't it? It's about enforcing policies so everyone, users, apps, systems, gets only the exact permissions they need. No more.
Precisely. Minimum necessary access.
We're talking granular, role-based controls, RBAC, and constantly reviewing those roles. Where do people typically stumble here? It sounds straightforward.
Well, that's a great question. Because the concept is simple, but making it stick consistently, that's the operational challenge.
I see.
It takes careful planning, constant vigilance. The big trap is giving out too much access just in case or for now.
Right, the convenience trap.
Exactly. And that just blows a hole in the whole security benefit. Least privilege isn't about making life easy in the short term. It's about shrinking your attack surface by design.
That makes perfect sense.
Okay.
So foundation laid. The document then talks about making PAM more dynamic. How?
Well, two big things here.
Hold on.
Automating privilege management and enhancing monitoring and reporting.
Okay, automation. So like automatically handling privileged accounts when people join or leave.
Yes, onboarding, offboarding, also things like just-in-time access, JIT, granting temporary permissions automatically when needed.
Oh, cool. Like for a specific task.
Precisely. And integrating PAM with your ITSM tools, your service desk stuff, streamlining workflows.
And the monitoring side. What's key there?
Enabling things like session recording, maybe keystroke logging for highly sensitive systems, and setting up real-time alerts, getting notified immediately if something suspicious happens, not finding out days later. And what's really fascinating, I think, is how these two work together. Automation isn't just faster, it cuts down on human error, a huge source of breaches.
Right. Fewer mistakes.
And that strong monitoring gives you the visibility, the actionable intel to spot threats and react fast. It turns your security from passive waiting to active defense.
Okay, so we've got assessment, least privilege, automation, monitoring. How does PAM then play with the rest of the security toolkit?
Integration, super important.
The source highlights integrating PAM across the ecosystem. Making it talk to your SIM, for instance.
Exactly. Your SIM, identity governance tools, endpoint protection, sharing information.
And it also mentions APIs for DevOps and hybrid cloud.
Yeah, making PAM work smoothly in those modern, faster environments. And alongside integration, there's the non-negotiable. Regularly update and maintain the solution.
Patching, basically.
Patching, yes, but also keeping policies reviewed, adopting new features, the vendor releases. It can't be static.
This really brings up a key point, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How do you stop PAM from just being another tool sitting in a corner?
You hit it. It's about avoiding that silo. PAM's real power comes when it's woven into the entire security fabric, when it's sharing data, getting context from other systems, and adapting as threats change. A siloed PAM, even a technically good one, leaves dangerous gaps.
Makes sense. It needs to be part of the team. Okay, finally, the source talks about people and advanced features.
Right, the human layer and pushing the tech.
Providing training and awareness not just for IT pros, but end users too.
Absolutely. Everyone needs to understand their role. Then leveraging advanced features things like AI-driven analytics for spotting anomalies.
Ooh, interesting.
Privileged task automation, maybe. Credential vaulting improvements. And crucially, fostering continuous improvement.
How do you do that?
Getting feedback from users, benchmarking your performance against what others are doing, always looking for ways to refine.
So it's this constant cycle.
Exactly. And this is where you really maximize the value. It's tech, yes, but it's also people adopting it effectively and processes that keep getting better.
That aha moment.
Yeah. The realization that mastery isn't just the box, it's the whole ecosystem around it, including the people. It's a journey, not a destination.
Okay, so we've really unpacked those key strategies from the source to get the most out of PAM. Hopefully that gives you a clear pathway to being really well-informed here. So thinking about all that, what step strikes you as maybe the most impactful?
That's tough. But beyond PAM itself, maybe think about this. How do these core ideas, that deep assessment, the integration, the automation, that relentless improvement, how could they apply elsewhere?
Interesting.
Think about other critical technologies or processes you deal with. What other parts of your world could really benefit from this kind of focused, deep dive approach?